Oh, shit! Oh, no! Holy! Oh!
See, we walk towards the bar.
Oh, God! Oh, my God!
On June 2023, the YouTube channel English Woodsman, a channel about solo wild camping, bushcraft, and eerie urban woodlands, returned to a tiny patch of trees where strange things always happen. He enters the creepy woodland and dedicates the trip to Pat, a viewer turning 100, showing the old fence posts she remembers from childhood. He gathers birch bark, realizes he forgot a lighter, and improvises with a gas stove to spark the fire.
My fire. So what I'm going to have to do is use my gas stove, but I want to make my brew in the morning, and we're going to have to use this to light the fire with.
Pork chops hit the skillet. Sizzling fills the darkening woods. Night creeps in. Heart racing, he senses unease by the flames. Then, a strange animal-like sound from the dark.
Just feels so uneasy, so unsettled. Wow. I'm going to play that back and see if I've got that. I'm not too sure with, obviously seen it through the GoPro, but yeah, that sounded a very weird noise. Like a weird animal noise what I hadn't heard before. But let me know if you can put some headphones in or something. It's amazing how when it starts to get dark in here, how different it sounds.
He retreats to the tent. Moments later, metal scrapes. His stove moves outside the shelter. He lies still, debating whether it's a fox or something else.
That's my stove, that. Hello? That's my stove being moved.
Dawn reveals evidence. The stove has shifted and the grill is missing. No clear prints. No answers.
So what I remembered last night on the stove, that stove were there with all that fire ash in it, and then it's like that now. Where's the grill? So yeah, the stove got moved. I'm not ruling out an animal, fox, badger, who knows.
But that wasn't the only terrifying encounter. Here's the next one. In the summer of 2023, a video was posted by Mindseed TV, a YouTube channel that explores haunted places through full night investigations. On this stormy night, they enter a plantation in Louisiana. They start by taking Polaroid photos in every room. Soon after, knocks echo from upstairs.
Like a knocking or something?
In the bathroom, the air is suddenly ice cold. Then, a step is heard in the doorway as the lights flicker.
Bro, it is cold in here. You feel that? Like walk in here?
When the photos develop, they show strange white wisps that weren't visible in person.
What's that? Okay, that's one of the bedrooms. Bro, is there a crow in that room? What? Look, that right there. Is that a crow? What the fuck is that?
Maybe something on the mantle?
Hang on, let me look at this closer. We gotta go see what's on the mantle in there.
No. Oh.
Hello?
Moments later, the EMF meter spikes and the box spells out disturbed.
Turn it on.
The first word that came out was air.
If it says something, just make sure you put it in front of your camera
Okay.
so they can see it.
Oh,
What is it?
disturbed.
Disturbed. During what? Disturbed during what? Oh shit. I was just getting a big spike.
A loud crash sends them downstairs. An iron chair has fallen over by itself.
There's a chair on the floor in there.
We go downstairs and we see that a chair made of wrought iron has fallen over, which is probably the source of the noise that we heard.
The SLS camera then maps a figure in the hallway, moving back and forth like it is watching.
Something moving that's not there. It makes you kind of question, is there something in front of you that maybe you can't see yourself?
What was that there?
What?
I don't know. Grab the skeleton over here for a second.
It does have its flaws. It's not perfect. I've seen it grab onto all sorts of things. It's grabbed onto lamps or coats on hangers. It is a bit finicky, but the thing that really spikes Colton and I's attention is when it draws a figure in a long hallway where there's nothing there, or in an empty room where there's nothing it can grab onto.
Oh, look.
What?
Front door.
What?
Look.
Wait,
It's dancing. You see it?
Moving.
Downstairs, an old organ turns on by itself, playing a rhythm, and a bathroom light switches on without anyone touching it.
I can't believe that even works. Push it.
Then comes the most disturbing moment. The team asks if the spirit is there, and the house phone rings on cue. On the other end, long, heavy breaths.
No.
Do you think maybe that's the owners? Why would they be calling this late?
Now, I know a lot of people who are watching this would think to themselves, well, so what? Like someone was calling the house phone. That's not that big of a deal. But it was pretty late at night. It was like 1 something in the morning, if I remember correctly.
Right now. Hello? Hello? There's nobody. Bro, what is that? Listen. Hello?
What?
Hello? Bro, what is that? Listen.
By dawn, a motion sensor trips, and a dark shadow moves past the upstairs window. The camera captures it just before it vanishes.
Camera. I got the very last edge of it, I think. I'm not sure.
Yeah, let me see what you got.
Bro, check this out.
When I saw what Colton had captured on his camera, I could clearly see a black figure. It looked like it was passing one of the upstairs windows. Part of me was so happy that he actually captured that when he was filming.
This night left more questions than answers, and one chilling sound of breathing that no one can explain. What happens in the next video is just as unsettling, maybe even worse. In 2023, the YouTube channel CJ Faison shared a video. This time, he and his friend Chris head into Maryland's Pocomoke Forest, known as one of the most haunted forests in America. They set up camp deep in the woods. As darkness falls, they split up to cover more ground. CJ tells the story of a missing school bus driver. And right then, a stick suddenly flies past him out of nowhere. He panics and runs, only to realize he's lost among strange hills.
Oh, shit! Oh, no! Holy... Oh! I'm pretty sure I just caught that on camera. Something just threw that stick at me. Chris!
Alone, he finds something unsettling, a glass bottle tied to a tree. It looks old, like it's been there for years. Then, in the distance, two strange lights appear between the trees, moving and then vanishing. When they finally reunite, things only get stranger. They discover the ruins of a collapsed basement, hidden in the woods, half buried in the ground.
Dude, that's a house. What? It's the bottom to a house, bro. What the? What?
Back at camp, they turn on the spirit box. Voices come through clearly.
There, here. Tell us where we need to look. What direction? Silent. Why is it silent?
Almost sound like eyes. That was whispered.
Later, while sitting at the table, something grabs CJ's arm hard and pulls it. Batteries keep dying, one after another. Footsteps can be heard circling their tents. It's not an animal. It sounds like two heavy feet pacing in the dark. And then, near the water, a chilling sound drifts through the trees, the faint blast of a bus horn.
Third one tonight.
Oh! What the f was that, mother?
Dude.
Turn your light that way.
God. Oh.
What?
That was God?
That was not him.
Oh.
There's no...
What the f was that?
Chris. Yeah. Chris, there's somebody walking around my tent.
The legends of the Pocomoke Forest suddenly feel all too real. If you thought that was disturbing, wait until you see what comes next. On September 5th, 2024, the Sargi Family Channel, usually known for family vlogs and adventures, shifted into something much darker. That night, Mo set out alone to film on a haunted trail said to hide an old tomb. From the start, the forest felt wrong. His flashlight, freshly charged, kept flickering and shutting off as soon as he stepped deeper into the woods.
What the fuck? There's no way this battery's dying. This is not the best time for this right now. Come on, I just charged you. Fuck off. Alright, y'all. I am literally trying to film a haunted video in this damn forest all by myself, and as soon as I got in here, my flashlight started to malfunction. Like, it's a brand new flashlight or brand new charge. It won't even stay on. Look at this. This is so creepy.
Left in total darkness, he was forced to use his phone light until, without warning, the beam came back on. Mo searched the trail carefully, hoping to find the rumored tomb. All he discovered was a cleared patch of ground, overgrown but looking like something once stood there. Whispering into the silence, he admitted, "It might have been here." That's when the atmosphere shifted.
It actually might have been here. What the fuck is that? Hello? Alright, originally I came out here to film a haunted tomb. Apparently shit starts to happen at midnight. But I decided to come out a little bit earlier just to make sure this tomb actually is here. What is that smell? Something stanky over here all of a sudden.
A heavy crack echoed from the brush, so close it made him freeze in place.
The trail literally does get looked after. Hello? Anyone there? Yeah, something big was just...
The air turned foul, the noises grew louder, and Mo confessed he felt like something was stalking him along the trail. Finally, shaken and outmatched, he aborted the mission.
I don't fucking feel safe. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, what the fuck was that? Oh my god. Shit. Oh fuck. I'm freaking out. I think I'm gonna abort this mission, guys. I think this is a gone wrong abort.
Mo promised to return one day with friends to continue the terrifying search. Let's move on to another story that left viewers completely shocked. On October 14th, 2023, Omar Gosh TV, a channel known for haunted explorations, entered a forest with a dark past. In the 1970s, a baby was killed here in a ritual, and the mother, Eleanor, vanished. Locals say her spirit still roams these woods. Strange things began quickly. Distant gunshots echoed through the trees.
Y'all not hear that?
Yeah, no, I do hear the dog.
Those gunshots?
It definitely sounded like gunshots.
And you hear the dog? Is that coming towards us?
Nothing we do at this point. We just run in.
I say we keep going.
Let's just keep going.
Omar felt a sharp poke in his eye like invisible fingers jabbed him.
Can we go that way? Which is like in the opposite of everything. Like, it's between that and away from that.
What the hell? Omar, what happened, dude? Omar.
Let me see. You okay? Omar,
you alright?
Dude, something poked me in the eye.
There's nothing around here, dude.
Omar, are you okay?
What happened?
Can we see?
Oh,
Try to open your eyes.
For real, man.
Omar, are you good? It's really watery.
Damn, dude. You good, man? Seriously. You need anything?
Somebody stuck something in my eye.
Something going on in these woods.
Please. Oh, instantly made it better right now.
And Tiffany was tapped when nobody was near her. The scariest moment came at a ritual site, when Omar was shoved hard to the ground by something unseen, right in front of his friends.
Whole ritual thing around it, like the other one. Say we walk towards the car. Oh God! Oh my God! Dude, you got pushed! I seen that!
Are you okay?
Oh my God!
Please tell me that you all saw that.
Dude, it's like, it looked like somebody pushed you, bro, like straight up.
Okay, CJ just flew backwards. There's too much like physical touch here.
Yo, I want to get out of here, dude. Look, my battery's about to die anyways.
Guys, I'm starting to feel.
Shaken and sensing they were being followed, the group left the forest, convinced Eleanor's spirit may still be there. In September 2020, the channel Adventure Together, a channel where hikers share real journeys through wild landscapes, captured one of their most terrifying moments. While moving along a quiet trail, the forest feels calm and peaceful until sudden movement breaks the silence. Out of nowhere, a massive grizzly bear appears on the path, heading straight toward the hiker. The moment is caught in full view, and the sense of danger rises instantly in this scene. At first, the bear seems curious, sniffing the air, and the hiker tries to stay calm. But as the animal keeps walking closer, the tension builds. The camera shakes slightly, showing just how close the danger really is. Every second feels stretched out, and the viewer can sense the fear behind the lens in this part. The bear finally pauses, standing its ground, and for a few heart-stopping moments, it's unclear if it will charge. The hiker speaks softly, trying not to provoke the animal, while slowly backing away. Relief only comes when the bear eventually turns off the trail, fading into the trees, leaving behind a chilling reminder of how small humans are in true wilderness. From one chilling story to another, this next clip takes us even deeper. On August 2025, the channel America's Parks, a channel that takes viewers on real hikes across U.S. national parks, shared one of its most terrifying moments in Glacier National Park. The day began with strong winds and a long climb, but everything changed when the trail curved and the hiker suddenly came face to face with a mother grizzly and two cubs.
And Boulder Creek valleys. I turned a corner and to my surprise found myself staring at three grizzly bears, identified by their humpbacks and short rounded ears. Clearly, it was a mother and two of her cubs, the greatest fear for any hiker. I did not see that one coming at all. Even while you're making noise, with all the wind out here, I don't think they heard me.
Only a few yards away, right on the narrow mountain path. In that instant, he realized the danger. Most attacks occur when bears are startled, and with the wind masking his approach, they hadn't noticed him until he was already too close. His first move was to reach for his bear spray, safety latch off, while the animals lifted their heads from foraging on the trail. With adrenaline racing, he steadied his breath and began speaking in a low voice, careful not to appear threatening. The cubs were curious, glancing up, but the mother never showed aggression. Step by step, he backed away, eyes locked on the family, until finally the grizzlies turned and moved back into the brush. The close call ended safely, but the chilling memory of standing so near to danger would never be forgotten. While doing his routine rounds at an old manor, a maintenance worker spotted something chilling, a shadowy figure staring at him from behind a window. He quickly snapped a photo. Curious and concerned, he went inside to investigate. The alarm system was still armed. Nothing was broken. Nothing was out of place. He reset the system and turned for one last look. The figure had vanished. What makes this story truly unsettling is who saw it. This wasn't someone known for spinning ghost tales or chasing the paranormal. This was a grounded, no-nonsense man, respected by his colleagues for being level-headed and honest. But that night, even he was rattled. He couldn't explain what had been watching him from the shadows. On May 26, 2025, Ray, a YouTuber famous for his spine-chilling forest explorations, ventured deep into an isolated woodland to set up a trail camera and audio recorder. The setting was calm and untouched, with only fresh animal tracks hinting at any life nearby. The only human he encountered was a lone hiker, and by the time he returned the next morning, everything appeared undisturbed, except the audio recorder, which had mysteriously stopped working, likely due to dead batteries. But when Ray reviewed the camera footage, one haunting moment froze him in his tracks. At exactly 4 a.m., a shirtless man emerged from the darkness, crawling across the forest floor with a massive axe clutched in his hand. Disturbed, Rai asked around in nearby villages, hoping someone might recognize the man. No one did. So who was this crawling figure in the dead of night? And what was he doing with that axe in the middle of nowhere? While hiking through a quiet forest trail with a friend, someone stepped into a small clearing and instantly froze. Hanging from one of the trees was something deeply disturbing, something that didn't belong there. Its presence was eerie, unexplained, and completely out of place in the stillness of the woods. They didn't dare get closer. The shock of discovering it in such a remote spot sent chills down their spine. Without saying a word, they turned and left, haunted by the image and the feeling that they were never meant to find it. One night, a farmer glanced out his window and spotted something unusual moving in the distance. Curious and uneasy, he reviewed the security footage, and what he saw sent a chill down his spine. A lone figure, draped in what looked like a long gown, was slowly gliding across his land. There was no flashlight, no source of light at all, and yet they navigated the pitch-black, uneven terrain with eerie ease, never stumbling, never hesitating. Who or what could move like that in total darkness? And more importantly, why were they there at all? While exploring a remote forest in Mexico, a Reddit user snapped a photo that would later leave them deeply unsettled. In the top left corner of the image, barely visible among the trees, was a faint figure, something that didn't belong to the natural surroundings. At the moment the photo was taken, the user was certain they were completely alone. But when they captured another picture just seconds later, the mysterious figure had vanished without a trace. Was it a simple trick of the light? A case of pareidolia? Or was something silently lurking in the shadows, watching from the trees? While hiking deep in the woods, a man spotted what looked like a little boy standing still in the distance. But as he cautiously approached, he realized it wasn't a child at all. It was a mannequin. Who would drag a mannequin into the forest, and why? Was it planted as some kind of twisted prank? Or is there a more disturbing reason for hiding in plain sight? Either way, the unsettling sight was enough to cut his hike short. He turned around and headed straight back to his car, haunted by the chilling encounter. Deep in the heart of a dark, overgrown forest, someone set up a trail camera to catch glimpses of wildlife. But what the footage captured was far from ordinary. In one eerie frame, a woman in a flowing white dress appeared, standing still, staring straight into the lens. Stranger still, she seemed to have antlers growing from her head. Then, just 40 minutes later, she was gone, vanished without a trace. If this happened, it's the stuff of nightmares. But something about the photo feels off. Too cinematic. Too perfect. Maybe it was staged, or maybe we just weren't meant to understand what we saw. One quiet evening, a truck driver was filming the full moon to share the moment with his son. Focused on getting the perfect shot, he was startled when his truck suddenly jolted, as if he'd hit something. He pulled over immediately. Curious and shaken, he replayed the dashcam footage, and that's when things got strange.
What the hell? No. No, 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 no. Wait, there's nothing there.
At first it looked normal. Then a shadowy figure appeared, standing motionless in the middle of the road. But when he stepped out to investigate, the road was empty. Nobody. No trace. Just silence. Some believe he may have encountered something beyond our world, something that vanished just as quickly as it came. Paranormal investigators are still baffled. Late one night, a man was driving through a dark, echoing tunnel when he witnessed something that defied all logic. Unable to believe what he saw, he quickly reviewed his dashcam footage, and there it was. A mysterious figure materialized out of nowhere, only to vanish as his car passed through it. Was it the lingering spirit of someone long gone? Or just an eerie trick of the light? What do you think happened that night? On August 23, 2013, what started as a thrilling base jump near Twin Falls, Idaho, turned into a near-death experience. Two men leaped from the iconic Perrine Bridge, but in midair, chaos struck. One of the jumpers realized too late that his parachute wasn't opening properly. He spiraled out of control, hurtling toward the jagged rocks along the riverbank. In a twist of luck or fate, he narrowly missed the rocks and slammed into the river instead. The impact was savage. He was immediately rushed to the hospital. But in a miracle that defied the odds, he survived, battered but alive, and without any life-threatening injuries. While hiking alone, Instagram user Smithereens felt that eerie, unmistakable sensation like he wasn't truly alone. At first, he chalked it up to nerves, but then he turned his camera toward the trees, and what he captured sent chills down his spine.
Come out. Come out from behind the tree, I see you. Okay, we gotta go.
Peeking from behind one of the trunks was a pale, human-like figure. The second he locked eyes with it, instinct kicked in, and he took off running. The video ends with him fleeing, with no update and no explanation. He likely made it out safely, considering the footage was posted, but one haunting question still lingers. What was lurking in those woods? In the fall of 2024, as a rare comet made its final visible pass across Earth's skies, a lone biker hit the road in search of a perfect view. With a camera mounted and hopes high, he rode through the night, recording everything along the way. The comet never appeared to the naked eye, but the footage told a different story. While reviewing the clips days later, something eerie emerged. A fast-moving shadow darted across the frame. It wasn't a finger, it wasn't a bird, and it wasn't anything the biker had seen in real time. He was completely alone that night, yet something else had been out there. To this day, he still can't explain what he captured. This person was hiking deep in the wilds of West Virginia when they stumbled upon something downright chilling. A massive footprint, embedded in the dirt, far larger than any normal humans. They snapped a photo and sent it to me, clearly shaken. It wasn't just the size that was disturbing. It was the eerie stillness of the area, like the forest itself was holding its breath. What kind of creature could have left something like that behind? Is there something even more unexplainable roaming those woods? Let me know what you think in the comments. Was this just an elaborate prank? Or did this person accidentally cross paths with a living legend? A group of campers was scoping out the perfect spot to set up camp when something bizarre stopped them in their tracks. A tiny hand, reaching up from a hole in the ground like it was clawing for help or trying to escape. They crept closer, hearts pounding, but before they could get a clear look, the hand vanished into the shadows below. It wasn't a raccoon's paw. It wasn't anything they recognized. So now they're asking, does it look familiar to you? Late one night, YouTuber Chris Javier was casually filming a vlog outside his Airbnb when something bizarre started happening. As he stood under a streetlight, a strange feeling crept over him, like he wasn't alone. Suddenly, the light above him began to flicker.
Like watching it from here, and what the freak? You guys saw that? You guys saw that, right? What the? You guys, I know you guys just saw that, right? I kept blinking. What the hell? And it never does that. Look, it just went out. It just went out. It doesn't do that at all. Oh my gosh, you guys. Turn on. Let me see if it turns on. Will it turn on for me? What the heck is going on? You can see it has a little light into it too. Right there, it's going just a little bit. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is creepy. I'm just gonna go over here real quick.
Confused, he wondered if the light was somehow reacting to him. But just as he tried to move away, the light blinked again, this time on cue with his voice. That's when things got truly unsettling. From the dark alley he had just walked past, a man appeared angry, dazed, and muttering to himself.
You know, see, that's what I'm talking about. The guy's just walking back and forth. He just started mumbling. See, that's him. You see him behind me? Yes, you guys see him behind me. He's right there. What the fuck? You guys, he's like coming towards me. I am not liking that. The crazy thing is, I saw him like face to face when I was coming, like when I was showing you guys when I was going down that hill. He was right there. Alright. I don't know if I see him. Alright, you guys. What the hell is he doing?
Chris backed away, uneasy. The man lingered under the same flickering light, then, without warning, began spinning in circles, as if caught in some kind of trance.
Listen. Look what he's doing. He's just moving his arm back and forth. What the hell? Yo, this place is creepy. This place is actually really, really creepy.
Needless to say, Chris didn't get much sleep that night, but by morning, he was gone, leaving that eerie Airbnb and its haunted streetlight behind for good. One night off the coast of Scapello, Sicily, something eerie was captured on camera. A glowing figure drifted through the dark waters at first, and it looked like a diver with a headlamp. But as it came closer, the illusion fell apart. Its shape was all wrong. Long, serpent-like, a visible spine running down its back. And the way it moved? Not human, not even close. Was it just a trick of the light? A diver caught at a strange angle? Or did this fisherman stumble upon something far more mysterious lurking beneath the surface? A TikToker vacationing with his family near a remote cemetery in South America decided to explore the eerie grounds one night. Camera in hand, he began recording, just for fun. But what he captured was anything but ordinary. As they approached one of the graves, the soil suddenly began to move.
Elizabeth, sal. Se está manifestando, güey. Sal, Elizabeth. Cuidado. Elizabeth. Se está moviendo. ¿Quieres salir, Elizabeth? Mira, se está moviendo. Se está moviendo, güey. No manches, güey. Va a salir, güey.
Not just a little violently, like something was desperately trying to escape from beneath. The footage quickly went viral. Some are convinced it's evidence of the paranormal. Others fear someone may have been buried alive. A few skeptics chalk it up to an animal. Whatever the explanation, one thing's certain. It's the kind of video that'll haunt you long after you've watched it. While out exploring nature, someone stumbled upon something seriously bizarre. Slithering across the ground was a slimy, blob-like creature, unlike any animal they'd ever seen before. They scoured the internet for answers, but nothing came close to matching it. So now the big question is, did they uncover a rare, undocumented species? Or is this just a cleverly staged hoax designed to go viral? Seen anything like it? Drop your theories in the comments. This one's a mystery worth solving. While visiting a cemetery late at night, this person's camera caught something truly bone-chilling. At first, it was just silence and the occasional rustle of leaves. But then, right there in the corner of the frame, a ghostly figure appeared. It wasn't dust. It wasn't a trick of the light. It was moving, slowly and deliberately. This person didn't notice it at first. But when reviewing the footage later, this person realized what had been captured. A transparent shape drifted behind the tombstones, almost like it was watching. No explanation, no warning, just a real video of a ghost. Whether it's a spirit trapped between worlds or something darker, what this camera picked up is one of the clearest pieces of paranormal evidence this person has ever seen. What do you think? Real ghost or just a trick of the mind? Let me know in the comments, if you're brave enough. While hiking through the wilderness, he stumbled upon a cave, and curiosity got the better of him. As he cautiously explored its winding passages, something suddenly caught his eye.
Look over here. Holy shit. You okay there, bud?
Just a few feet ahead, looming in the shadows, was a massive, unmoving figure. A hibernating bear. The sheer size of the beast made his heart pound, but it didn't budge. It slept on, completely unaware of the intruder in its den. Holding his breath, the hiker slowly backed away, thankful for the rare encounter that ended without a roar or a chase. While hiking through a ravine with his dog, a man suddenly heard eerie noises echoing from a nearby gutter. Curious yet unsettled, he pulled out his phone and began recording. The distorted sound sent a chill down his spine. Fighting the urge to investigate, he chose instead to put distance between himself and the unsettling whispers. Hours later, when he returned to the same spot, the noises had vanished, replaced by an eerie, unnatural silence. In 2022, a Reddit user stumbled upon something bizarre deep inside a cave in Estonia. An eerie altar surrounded by everyday household items and colorful flags. The discovery sparked a wave of theories online. Some were convinced it was tied to dark magic or occult rituals, while others believed it could be a tranquil meditation spot. The flags resembled Buddhist prayer flags, which added to the mystery, especially since the cave is in Europe, far from Southeast Asia, where such practices are more common. These hikers were out on an adventure, searching for caves to explore, when they stumbled upon a small hole in the ground. Curiosity got the best of them, and they decided to take a closer look.
It's stuck.
Here, the helmet gets stuck. Yeah. I'm gonna hand this down to you.
Yes.
Nicely done, kid.
Good ball. Yes.
Here.
Right here, go for it. Nice. And then look.
Yeah, look back up.
Yay!
With some teamwork, one of the hikers handed down a helmet, and the others followed carefully. The girl went in first to scout the cave, and luckily, it wasn't too deep. just big enough to explore. But while getting in was challenging, how they managed to climb back out remains a bit of a mystery. Reddit user Burlapin recently posted chilling footage from deep inside a mine. The clip shows timber beams holding up the roof, an old-school support system still trusted in some operations. Suddenly, the tension builds. Then, a dramatic shift. Unlike steel or concrete, timber has a unique trait. It creaks and groans under pressure, acting as a natural warning system for miners.
Always a monkey face and hold it up.
This eerie sound gave everyone just enough time to react. Thanks to those creaks, no one was hurt when the collapse began. Late one night, a man snapped a photo near the Rivier Tunnel in St. Clementine, but what he discovered later sent chills down his spine. When he reviewed the image, he spotted a ghostly figure lurking in the shadows. According to the Redditor who posted it, the photo is completely unedited. Since then, the eerie silhouette has sparked intense debate online. Some insist it's just a play of light and shadow, while others are convinced it's something far more sinister, possibly paranormal. While hiking through a remote area, this adventurer stumbled upon something straight out of a nightmare or a nature lover's dream, depending on how you look at it.
This would probably be someone's worst nightmare, but I think this is incredibly cool. So cool. Look at these walls. Absolutely covered. And I'm about to crawl through there to look for a snake.
Deep inside a shadowy cave, the walls looked like they were stained with soot. But as they got closer, they realized it wasn't soot at all. It was alive. The dark patches were swarming clusters of spiders clinging to every surface, and instead of turning back, this brave soul decided to crawl even deeper, all in search of a snake. It's a chilling yet awe-inspiring sight, making the cave feel like a scene from a horror movie, or a hidden wonder of the wild. While exploring, finally, with one last tug, they managed to yank him out, just before things turned tragic. A close call, and a terrifying reminder of how quickly caving can go from thrilling to life-threatening. Frances and her husband were invited to a bonfire next door, a lively night filled with laughter, drinks, and stories under the stars. Everything felt perfectly normal, until midnight. Frances decided to snap a quick photo of the roaring blaze, an 80-foot inferno lighting up the night sky. But when she looked back at the picture, her heart skipped a beat. There, in the center of the flames, was something no one could explain. A face, clear as day, staring right back at her from inside the fire. Could it be an apparition? Frances showed the photo to her husband and others at the bonfire. Reactions ranged from stunned silence to nervous laughter. But this person couldn't shake the feeling that something or someone was watching. She hasn't looked at fire the same way since. You be the judge. Is it just a trick of the light, or something far more chilling? A team of daring explorers ventures deep into a mysterious cave, finally getting the chance to navigate a passage that's usually submerged underwater. As they press forward, the cave narrows with each step, and tension rises. They begin to voice their fears, injuries, disorientation, and the creeping thought of getting lost in the dark. Eventually, they reach the flooded passage.
Oh God, my feet are already wet. My butt's wet. All right.
This is a bad one.
Oh God.
This is a really bad one.
I think we'll be okay, but here's the deal.
Can you bring your bag?
Ooh. Just.
All right, I'm coming.
Oh, okay. Come. That.
Oh my gosh.
All right, we're gonna push this water passage and.
The water is icy cold, but luckily, there's just enough room above the surface to breathe. With steady determination, they push onward, but the challenges only grow tougher. Confusion sets in, but they rely on earlier markers, a rule of thumb they call right is right. Despite the eerie silence and uncertain turns, they remain composed.
He doesn't go in the water anymore, but I think we're gonna follow him. Let's go. Alright, listen.
Uh-huh.
You keep going, you're doing great. I'm right behind you.
Oh, that's an ear dipper. That is an ear dipper.
Dude, I feel like the sound of the water is coming from
That is.
that was so rough.
You got it?
Yeah.
Awesome.
The helmet was kept falling down on my face.
After what feels like an eternity underground, crawling, swimming, and navigating the unknown, they finally emerge from the cave, cold, exhausted, but safe. While hiking through a dense forest, a Reddit user stumbled upon a mysterious cave, but what he found inside was truly bizarre. Scattered across the cave floor were strange stones, each one etched with faces that eerily resembled monkeys. The carvings looked ancient, as if they'd been crafted by a forgotten civilization or an unknown artist lost to time. No one knows where these stones came from, or why they were hidden in that cave. A group of explorers stumbled upon an old, abandoned mine shaft deep in the wilderness. As they approached, eerie screeching noises echoed from within, sending chills down their spines. Curiosity got the best of them, and they decided to investigate. But as they peered into the darkness, their camera captured something terrifying.
So obviously there's some danger hidden in there, whether it's from falling rocks or somebody knows something about what's in there. So here he's trying to set himself up to look in there, but it's extremely dark. And here we go. Boop. Eyeballs. Now it's extremely hard to see with his phone. This time slowed down and enhanced. And there it is.
A tall, slender figure lurking just beyond the light. What is this thing hiding in the depths of the mine? And more importantly, how did it get there? While exploring a remote cave in Georgia this past Friday, this person had no idea what was lurking in the shadows. Armed with nothing but a GoPro and a sense of adventure, this person descended deep into the earth, navigating through narrow tunnels and echoing chambers. Everything felt normal, silent, still, until the footage was reviewed. That's when things got strange.
I might just broke off as I left.
Buried in the audio was a clear, blood-chilling scream, one this person never heard in real time. It wasn't a rustle. It wasn't wind. It was a scream. So now the question is, who or what was making that sound? Was it something hiding deeper in the cave? Something not meant to be found? Or worse, something watching this person the entire time? While visiting Rio Claro in Brazil, a group of tourists caught something unsettling.
Você viu o cara no meio da água? Caraca! Ali,
A mysterious, shadowy figure resembling a person emerged from the water, only to vanish swiftly into the cascading waterfall. The eerie sight left the onlookers stunned. The tourist who captured the chilling moment on camera shared the footage on YouTube, sparking a wave of speculation. Many viewers are convinced it could be a ghost caught on film. While camping in the depths of Ottawa National Forest, a group of adventurers experienced a chilling encounter. Strange movements flickered through the shadows, and a mysterious figure lurked among the trees. At the time, they brushed it off as a passing animal, unable to make out its form in the darkness. But when they reviewed their footage later, their hearts pounded. What they captured on camera wasn't just an animal. It was just far more unsettling. Back in 2015, while exploring the historic Fort William Henry in Lake George, New York, someone casually snapped a photo of a pitch-black, narrow tunnel using just their iPhone. At first glance, it looked like nothing, just darkness. But once the photo was brightened, or viewed in negative, a chilling figure appeared to be standing in the shadows. According to local legend, back in the mid-1600s, 2 Native American warriors attacked that very tunnel, killing the guard who was stationed there. It's believed his grave rests just 20 feet beyond that spot, above ground. What makes this even creepier? The figure in the image closely resembles a 1600s-era soldier. Could it be the ghost of the fallen guard, still watching over his post centuries later? While hiking the Grand Canyon, this person made a chilling mistake that nearly cost him his life. Trying to see the perfect view from the edge, this person lost his footing, and in an instant, he plummeted nearly 100 feet down the canyon wall.
No native crabs, girl. Oh shit, is he okay? Wait. Dude. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh shit, man.
No,
Don't
look. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, we told them to come back up. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We need a call. You have your phone. Get your phone.
Helicopter is out. Here.
Give me a call. Oh my gosh.
Dumbass.
Oh my god, baby girl.
Witnesses were left frozen in shock as they watched this person disappear over the edge. We just hope this person survives this terrifying fall, because that drop, it's no joke. In the fall of 2019, a Reddit user took their grandchild on what seemed like a calm, uneventful cave exploration in Arkansas. Just another peaceful day surrounded by nature's quiet. But everything changed once they got home. While flipping through the photos, the child froze, pointing to a shadowy corner of one image. There, partially hidden in the darkness, was what looked like the upper half of a humanoid figure. They hadn't seen or heard anything unusual during the trip, but now that ordinary adventure felt chillingly different. Was it just pareidolia playing tricks on their eyes, or was something down there with them that day? One night, Tom set out to investigate, armed with just a camera and a flashlight. At first, all he found was scattered trash, evidence of illegal dumping. But then something caught his eye. A pale humanoid figure lurked in the brush. As his flashlight beam landed on it, the creature reacted instantly, crawling toward him with unnatural speed. It was thin, unsettling. Something about it wasn't human. Fear took over. Tom bolted, his terror captured on camera, leaving many convinced he had encountered something beyond explanation. He never returned. A woman was walking home late one night when she decided to rest on a bench for just a moment. But within 2 minutes, her peaceful pause turned chilling.
Настя, я боюсь. Настя, я боюсь. Там видно? Посмотри, там видно? Слышишь ты, сука? Я сейчас тебя так пиздану, ты охуеешь.
Out of the corner of her eye, she spotted something or someone. A masked figure, barely visible, lurks silently behind a tree. The camera trembled as fear took hold. She wanted to run, but her body wouldn't move. Was this just a twisted prank, or something far more sinister? One thing was certain: if she hadn't seen him when she did, this story might have had a very different ending. While hiking deep into a remote forest trail, this person stumbled upon something that sent chills down their spine. Hidden between the thick branches and old moss-covered bark was a face carved into the trunk of a tree. It wasn't just some rough sketch either. The expression was haunting, almost too human, as if it were watching. This person stood frozen. Why would someone do that? Was it a warning? A ritual? Or maybe someone or something wanted to be remembered. Whatever the reason, the deeper you look into that carved face, the more it feels like the forest is looking back at you. 3 years ago, someone was jolted from their evening routine by a blood-curdling scream outside their home. It wasn't just a sound, it was a raw, chilling cry that echoed from deep within the woods, right near a steep drop overlooking the highway, with a cemetery eerily close by. It sounded like a woman, terrified and desperate. But then again, maybe it was just some wild animal, right? Unnerved, they recorded the moment and called the police, even sent in the footage. But nothing came of it. No follow-up, no missing person reports, no answers. And yet, that scream, it never left them. They never heard it again, before or since. Wildlife doesn't cry like that. At least it shouldn't. In June 2025, near Enderland, North Dakota, a local caught jaw-dropping footage of the sky turning into a giant, swirling mesocyclone, just moments away from forming a full-blown tornado.
Oh my god.
The cloud formation crept across the sky like a living, breathing beast, immense, hauntingly beautiful, and downright terrifying. It moved slowly, but its power was undeniable. Honestly, it's the kind of thing you film once from a safe distance and then run. While hiking near the railroad tracks in Mission Park, San Antonio, a man snapped a quick photo, but what he saw later left him speechless. When he reviewed the image, two mysterious figures appeared in the distance, standing eerily still. Locals have long whispered tales of ghostly children who push stalled cars off the tracks, but this was something entirely different. Confused and unsettled, unsure if he'd captured a trick of the light or something truly supernatural, he posted the photo online, and the internet hasn't stopped talking about it since. 6 years ago, a Reddit user ventured deep into the countryside to explore an old, crumbling farmhouse, one that locals whispered about with unease. They said the owner had died inside nearly 30 years earlier, and judging by the state of the place, time hadn't been kind. The floors were collapsing, and the stairs to both the basement and upper level had completely vanished. Nature had swallowed the house. Thick trees and tangled bushes made just reaching a door feel like navigating a jungle. Still, he found a narrow opening and slipped inside, thinking he was alone. He wasn't. Inside, every window was boarded up, and the main door was sealed tight. Then, echoing through the empty shell of the house, came a voice.
Looks like all the windows have been boarded up, especially the door out. You've got to be fucking shitting me.
He'd explored countless abandoned places before, but this one felt different, wrong. He couldn't shake the feeling that something else was there, watching. A bizarre video has been circulating lately, leaving viewers stunned. In it, a glowing orange orb shoots out from the edge of a forest, hovers for just a moment, then streaks toward a parked car and explodes on impact. The blast is intense, almost too real. Naturally, theories are flying. Some insist it's ball lightning, that rare and unpredictable weather event known to flicker, float, and sometimes violently detonate during storms. But here's the strange part. The orb didn't just drift, it targeted the car with eerie precision. That's why others believe we may have just witnessed a test run of advanced secret technology, possibly even a directed energy weapon. Is it natural, man-made, or something else entirely? No one knows for sure. Lucas and his friend Gavin were hiking through the quiet woods of rural Pennsylvania when an overpowering stench suddenly filled the air. Expecting to stumble upon a decaying animal, Lucas instinctively pulled out his phone. Peering through the dense trees, Lucas spotted a massive, crouched figure. It had the shape of an ape, but the unsettling movements of a man. Heart pounding, he snapped a photo and hit record just as the creature stood and disappeared deeper into the forest. Neither of them could speak. Frozen with fear, they knew they had just seen something unexplainable. To this day, Lucas is certain of one thing. Whatever it wasn't human. While hiking in the forest, this person and their family noticed something strange. This person kept hearing twigs snap behind them. At first, they thought it was just the wind, until this person turned around and spotted a massive bear slowly stalking them from a distance. The bear wasn't charging or growling, it was just silently following, step by step, shadowing their every move through the dense trees. As tension rose, this person tried to stay calm, urging the family to keep moving without running. The bear kept closing the gap, clearly curious or sizing them up. It felt like something straight out of a horror movie, except this was real. But after what felt like forever, the bear finally lost interest and wandered off into the woods, leaving this person and their family completely shaken, but thankfully unharmed. Around June 14th, 2025, in Bridgeport, West Virginia, two men stumbled upon something in the sky that left them speechless.
I look like it. Now, what is that, bro? Dude, I don't know about a cell phone tower, Monk. Monk? I don't think it's a cell phone tower, bro. Dude, I've never in my life seen anything do what it's doing. Wait, you should come look at my phone. I can't stop this. I've never seen any cell phone tower do what this is doing. You sure, bro? That is a spaceship. Wait till you see this shit. Because if that's a cell, then where's the other one at? No, the cell phone towers are over there on that side, down to that end. Yeah, those are cell phone towers. What the fuck is that?
He held up his phone, recording the bizarre structure seemingly hovering in place. What they captured has sparked wild speculation. Was it just a cleverly designed drone? Or did they accidentally record a real UFO that night? Something truly out of this world? While camping in Texas, a family decided to check out a nearby haunted house, one that already had a dark reputation after someone reportedly died there years ago. Sitting safely in their car, they watched the eerie, abandoned structure. But then, something chilling happened. They caught this on camera.
Later, it's gonna go in your house. The OS paranormal activity is gonna do something. It's fake. But it can't come out.
Whoa!
Out of nowhere, what appears to be a small hand reaches out from the window. Locals say ghostly figures of children are often seen peering from the windows and lurking near the doors of this house, fueling the belief that it's truly haunted. While a man was carefully cutting through the base of a massive tree with a chainsaw, everything seemed routine until the final slice brought the trunk crashing down. And then came the shock.
Watch out, Zach. It's going to spin over. There's the doggy. Come on. How was that ride?
That's a first. Said, Dad, I didn't get the squirrel.
What happened to the squirrel, baby?
The squirrel got away.
As the dust settled and the tree hit the ground, out popped something no one expected. A dog. That's right. A dog came trotting out from inside the hollow trunk like it had just ridden a roller coaster. It turns out the dog had chased a squirrel and somehow climbed into a hidden cavity high up in the tree. By some miracle, it survived the whole ordeal without a scratch. Still, the dog? Fine. Just a little confused and probably ready to try again. Back in 2017, a cyclist was documenting his ride through a thick, shadowy forest when he stumbled upon something straight out of a nightmare. Standing dead center in the trail was a clown, completely still, silently staring into the void. At first, the cyclist was intrigued, maybe even tempted to ride closer, thinking it was just some kind of prop or abandoned doll. But as he inched forward, a chilling feeling crept in. Something was off, very off. Without hesitation, he turned around and got out of there. I mean, who in their right mind stands motionless in the middle of the woods in a clown suit, staring into nothing? On June 14th, something bizarre unfolded at Pacific City Beach in Oregon. A witness reported seeing a massive drone flying unusually low over the ocean, far larger than your average drone, and carrying something even stranger. A huge, unidentified object dangling beneath it. Then, in one swift move, the drone dropped the object into the water and vanished into the sky. The witness snapped a photo, but the object's shape remains a mystery. No limbs, no clear features, yet it was eerily human-sized. Now, the internet is buzzing with speculation. What exactly was so important or so secret that it had to be dropped into the ocean from a drone? On June 9th, 2025, in the quiet deserts of Arizona, a woman set out to record a peaceful sunset. But what her camera captured was far from peaceful or explainable.
Right there.
Hovering in the sky was a bizarre, human-like figure. It wasn't a bird, it wasn't a drone, and it wasn't a trick of the light. While skeptics rushed to call it a glitch or a hoax, something strange happened in the comments. Dozens of people claimed they had seen the same thing. Coincidence? Or something much bigger? While away on vacation, a homeowner casually checked the live feed from his backdoor camera, but then he paused. In one frame, something felt off. There, crouched low and staring directly into the lens, was a dark, shadowy figure. Its posture didn't look human or animal, and the eyes? They glowed in a way that sent chills down his spine. Some quickly dismissed it as a stray dog caught at the perfect angle, but others? They aren't so sure. Was it just a dog, or did something else wander into that yard? While hiking through the misty trails of the Pacific Northwest, a Reddit user caught sight of something moving in the woods. His jaw dropped. Standing upright, covered in black fur, was a massive ape-like figure, unlike anything native to the area. It didn't match any known animal, but it did bear an eerie resemblance to a legendary creature whispered about for generations. Could this be the moment someone finally captured Bigfoot on camera? While fishing in Brazil, a group of fishermen came across something truly bizarre, something they'd never seen before. At first glance, they assumed it was just some trash, maybe scraps of fabric or floating plastic. But then it moved. One of the fishermen reached in and pulled out one of the strange creatures. What he held looked eerily like a bat, but far more unsettling. So what do you think? Did they discover something real, or is this just another internet hoax? A hotel security manager in Illinois stumbled upon something truly chilling, and it all started with complaints about blood-curdling screams echoing from room 209. Here's the thing, no one was checked into that room. Worried, the manager radioed in. That room is empty. Despite that, the screams persisted. The security officer, John, made his way down to investigate, and that's when things got weird.
John, just wait.
Dispatch urged him to wait for the police, but curiosity got the best of him. John opened the door, and what he found was straight out of a horror movie. The room was a disaster zone. Furniture was flipped over. The carpet was ripped from the floor. The shower is running at full blast, but not a single soul inside. Even creepier, as he stepped in, a ghostly white shadow was caught on camera slipping out of the room. Some viewers swore they only saw one shadow. Others believe there were multiple spirits trapped inside. Though strange noises from room 209 have been reported for years, this remains the only footage ever captured, evidence that something unexplainable may truly haunt that room. And to this day, no one knows who or what was screaming. A call came in about a disturbance at a newly constructed house. When the officer arrived, he quickly realized the homeowners weren't there. He did a full sweep of the property, room by room, corner by corner, but found nothing. It was empty, or so he thought. Still, something felt off. Trusting his gut, he headed back to his patrol car. But then he saw it, right there.
And now they're gone. Tell me how nuts. And now they're back. You see it?
Someone was standing in the window, watching. At least he thought so. Was it just a trick of the light? A ghost? Or was someone hiding, just well enough to avoid being caught? One thing's for sure. Whatever it was, it didn't want to be found, and we may never know the truth. In the quiet food court of a closed mall, a security officer experienced something chilling during his nightly rounds. He reported hearing soft sobs echoing through the empty dining area. When he investigated, he found a little girl sitting alone, crying, scared, and strangely out of place. She told him she was looking for her mother. The odd part, she seemed only to acknowledge him. After a few minutes of gentle conversation, the officer left to alert his team. But when he returned, she had vanished, and his colleagues insisted there had been no one else in the area the entire night. So, who or what did he see? Two officers were out investigating in the dead of night after a passerby reported seeing something strange lurking near the roadside. As they scanned the darkness, they suddenly came face to face with something terrifying. A wave of fear hit them so hard, they instinctively backed away without a second thought. But when they returned to the same spot later to investigate further, whatever they saw was completely gone, vanished without a trace. One night in Argentina, two security officers were combing through surveillance footage, trying to uncover clues about a chilling incident from the night before. For a while, everything looked normal, until something strange appeared on the screen.
Okay.
A mysterious figure emerged, calmly smoking, but the flames from her cigarette were far too large to be natural. Before they could make sense of it, the woman suddenly vanished, without a single trace. The officers were left stunned, their skin crawling. What did they just witness? And what happened that eerie night? On the night of November 22nd, 2022, police were dispatched to a house long rumored to be haunted. After confirming that no one was inside, they instructed the homeowner to remain outside while they conducted a thorough search. But as they moved through the dark, creaking halls, things quickly took a chilling turn.
Anyone inside?
Moments after entering, a door slammed shut behind them. Startling, but possibly just the wind. Or so they thought. Then came the eerie noises.
Police! Anyone inside, make yourself known.
As they made their way upstairs, one officer reported a heavy, unsettling presence, despite being completely alone. Downstairs had already been cleared. His breathing quickened. Panic began to set in. The search turned up nothing unusual. No intruders, no signs of forced entry, but the feeling of being watched lingered. As the officers exited the house, a haunting truth remained. Whatever was in there didn't want to be found. On July 8, 2023, chilling body cam footage surfaced, revealing what might be one of the eeriest police encounters ever recorded. An officer was responding to a routine noise complaint at an abandoned property known only as Site 422. What started as a standard sweep quickly spiraled into something straight out of a horror film. His body cam captured unexplained movement inside the house. Then, clear as day, a shadowy figure appeared in one of the windows. Moments later, strange and unsettling sounds echoed through the area.
I keep seeing shadows walking by. What the f***?
To this day, it's unclear whether he pressed forward or got out while he still could. One thing's for sure, Site 422 isn't just abandoned, it's hiding something. This eerie footage was captured by a CCTV camera inside the parking garage of a police station in Ecuador, and yes, it was officially released by the Ecuadorian police themselves. The video begins innocently enough. A security guard pulls in, parks his car, locks it, and walks off to start his shift. But then, something strange happens. The car suddenly begins to roll forward, on its own. No keys in the ignition. No one is behind the wheel. just an empty car moving by itself. The creepy incident has sparked a wave of stories from officers who've experienced unsettling moments in that same garage. So now the big question is this just a mechanical glitch, or is the garage haunted? Reddit user Brass Ninja was doing a routine security check at a property that now serves as an office for a real estate firm. Locals have long whispered that the building is haunted, and what she caught on camera might finally prove them right. The audio's faint, so you'll want to crank up the volume.
What the fuck? Okay, it straight up sounds like there's somebody fucking upstairs. And there's nobody here.
While inspecting the basement, she noticed something odd. A light was on that shouldn't have been, but as she moved in to switch it off, things took a chilling turn. It sounds exactly like someone is walking around upstairs. Heavy footsteps, furniture scraping across the floor. The only problem? She was completely alone. She had already cleared the building, top to bottom. Not a single soul in sight. Even creepier, she's not the only one who's felt something off. Several co-workers have had their unsettling encounters in that very office. So now the question is, what's going on in that building? A woman walked into a police station in Trstenik, Serbia, visibly shaken. She claimed that something had been following her on her way to the town fair, not on foot, but leaping from one streetlight to another. Officers listened, puzzled by the strange report. After filing her complaint, the woman left, leaving behind more questions than answers. But what happened next stunned them all. Later that evening, one officer caught a glimpse of something strange in the shadows above.
Koliko prati? Evo ga. Evo uđe dežurno. Evo, ti je lakše, mislim. I mene Nikola napravio ispravo.
Nije u dežurnu, dole ode. U trojku kod mene.
Uvatio ga. Nikola je toliko dobar da...
Gledaj sad, evo ti, gledaj sad. Izađe kao iz zida.
I sad u dežurnu uđe.
To mi žena jedna tako pričala da nju prati.
Alarmed, he called over his colleagues. As they stared in disbelief, they realized this might be exactly what the woman had warned them about. But when they moved in for a closer look, whatever it was had vanished. On May 17th, 2006, something truly bizarre was captured on camera, soaring above the mountains of Mexico. The eerie footage revealed a strange figure that seemed to be wearing a cape, prompting some to claim they had just witnessed a witch in flight. The plot thickened when two police officers stepped forward, saying they had seen the same mysterious figure that very day. As the video made its rounds, believers were convinced it was a supernatural encounter, but skeptics were quick to dismiss it, chalking it up to nothing more than a bunch of balloons floating in the sky. Yet, for those who saw it with their own eyes, it was anything but ordinary. A few months back, something strange happened at a local bar, something no one could explain. In the dead of night, every single security alarm went off at once.
Dude, I'm so happy I saw that.
The person reviewing the footage was stunned. On playback, every camera glitched at the same moment, as if something invisible had triggered them all. But when they checked the footage from outside, no one was there, not a soul. The system automatically called the police. But here's the creepy part. Can it be called a glitch if every camera freaked out at the same time? The guy reviewing the footage had only been working there for 3 months. His co-workers always joked that the bar was haunted, something he laughed off, until he found out the chilling truth behind those rumors. During his routine patrol, a security guard came to a sudden halt in one of the aisles. Surveillance footage showed him standing alone, speaking softly, and gesturing as if comforting someone. Later, he claimed he saw a little girl crying, and he was trying to calm her down, telling her to wait for her mother. But when the entire market was searched from top to bottom, there was no sign of any child. So, who or what did he see that night? While hiking deep in the mountains with his granddad, this YouTuber, young Utah rancher, suddenly realized they weren't alone. From the shadows, an aggressive mountain lion emerged, its eyes locked, its body low, muscles tense, stalking every step. Fear rushed through them as the predator crept closer, silent but deadly.
Get back.
He raised the gun in his hand and fired a shot into the air, hoping the blast would scare it away. But the echo faded, and the beast didn't flinch. Instead, it moved closer, slowly and deliberately, as if the sound only made it hungrier. Can you imagine being in that moment, staring into the eyes of a predator that refuses to back down? What would you do? Run or fight? Haunted Finders posted this on his page. One night, while he was driving alone, he felt an icy breeze crawl up his neck, followed by the sound of breathing from the back seat. In the mirror, a shadowy silhouette sat motionless, watching.
Driving home, next minute I feel this ice cold breeze go up the back of my neck and across my face. And when I say it was cold, it was like ice cold. And then I suddenly got these weird shivers and goosebumps where I just felt like, you know, when you have that knowing that there's something there, there's something behind me. And I was literally frozen with my eyes facing forward on the road. And I remember just this overwhelming sense of fear. And then I heard what sounded like somebody breathing in my back seat. And honestly, I can't explain how terrified I was in the moment.
Later, during a spirit box session, a chilling voice whispered, "Can you hear me?" The air inside the car turned freezing as he started having bad feelings. Suddenly, a loud bang shook the vehicle, and footsteps echoed in the darkness.
Listen, again, I'll enhance this for you guys as well. Can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you. I take it that you're in the car now. I'll tell you what, I really have got a really bad feeling. Someone just hit my car. Yo, someone just hit my car. Something just hit the car. Can you do that again? Did you just hit my car? Yo. That was a massive boof on my car. That was footsteps.
He was shocked and terrified as he was there alone. While out hunting deep in the wilderness, this person stumbled upon something unexpected. A young wolf, barely 4 months old, lying silently in the grass as if asleep. At first it seemed harmless, until he whistled.
Guten Tag. Guten Tag.
The moment the whistle cut through the night, the young wolf's eyes snapped open, unnaturally bright, almost glowing against the tall, bushy grass. Without hesitation, it leapt to its feet and darted into the thick brush, disappearing in an instant as if it had never been there at all. But here's the unsettling part. Young wolves are never truly alone. If that pup was there, where was the pack? Would you dare to keep walking deeper into the forest, knowing predators might be circling unseen? Explorando al Limite 2.0 shares their experience at the haunted cemetery. In the dead of night, this person wandered through a haunted cemetery, camera in hand. That's when he saw it, a shadowy figure of a girl standing still among the graves.
She's a girl and she's wearing pigtails. Here she is. Here she is. Hello. You can't see her face. You can't see her face. She's literally shaking, son of a...
As he zoomed in, the image grew clearer, but also more unsettling. Her posture was wrong, her face hidden, and yet he could feel her eyes locked on him from a distance. Heart pounding, he tried to follow, but within moments the figure slipped into the darkness, vanishing without a trace, as if the earth itself swallowed her whole. So what was she? A restless spirit of the cemetery? A dark creature feeding on fear? And if you were standing there, would you dare to keep searching? A YouTuber, Kenny of all trades, shared this weird post. This man and his dog, Toby, went out camping, but something strange happened. Out of nowhere, Toby froze, his eyes locked on something up the road. He growled, ears raised, refusing to move forward.
What is it? What, Toby? Come on. I got no clue what he sees, but something up the road has got his attention. What's going on, Toby? He always sticks by my side. I have no idea what he sees up there, but maybe we won't go that way. We'll go back. Come on, Toby. Yeah, he don't like it over there.
Normally, Toby never leaves his owner's side, but this time, he pulled back, desperate to avoid whatever was ahead. The man tried to push forward, but Toby refused, tugging him back toward the camper as if warning him not to take another step. Whatever the dog sensed out there, it wasn't good. The man decided not to risk it. They turned back, shaken, leaving the mystery of what waited in the dark unknown. Would you have gone forward or trusted the dog? Novus Wild Camper posted this on his YouTube channel. He set out for a stealthy woodland camp, expecting a calm night in nature. At first, everything felt normal, but soon the forest turned unsettling. He thought he heard someone nearby, strange footsteps echoing through the trees. In the dead of night, heavy thuds echoed around his hammock. Rocks and branches suddenly dropped from above with no warning, landing dangerously close. When he checked, he found objects on the ground that hadn't been there before, almost as if something or someone was throwing them.
But the weirdest thing was, the rain started to die down. So it was just a tiny pitter-patter. And suddenly by my hammock, a massive, massive thud hits the ground and bounces. And I jumped up, unzipped it, put my torch on, and there's a rock on the floor that wasn't. there when I went to bed.
By morning, the tension only grew. Even as he packed up, branches crashed unnaturally near him.
I'm under my tarp, packing up my quilt, and there's this crash behind me, and literally this doesn't land coming down, it bounces towards me. It hit the floor and was still rolling towards me.
Would you dare to stay? This encounter was shared by Rambling On YouTube. This hiker set out on what seemed like just another mountain trail, but nature had other plans. The river was swollen and impossible to cross. Every option was a deadly risk. By the time he reached his tent, he was soaked to the bone, the storm outside screaming like voices clawing at the canvas.
I had to take off my waterproof jacket before I got in because I was absolutely saturated.
As he settled down, drinking a cup of tea, the breeze kept spanking his tent as if it was not strong enough.
The wind and the rain keep blowing in and kind of smacking us around a little bit, you know, just kind of coming in, spanking you and running off again. That's what it feels like anyway. Just to let you know that, you know, it's still kicking off a little bit.
The storm raged on, lightning flashing, the earth shaking. Alone in the chaos, would you dare camp, knowing a storm like this could strike without warning? Strike without warning? Reliquias du Sul, a YouTuber, posted this scary encounter. This person wandered into an old cemetery, a place where time itself seemed frozen, the air heavy with silence. As he explored, something caught his eye. One of the ancient tombs stood partly open, its stone cracked with age. Curious, he stepped closer, and what he saw inside left him frozen in shock. A human skull, along with scattered bones, lay hidden within the shadows of the tomb.
This is something that draws a lot of attention. Look at this here, man. Why is this here? Why is this? You're crazy. We find so many things in this cemetery that are off axis here, look.
But the question is chilling. How did they get there? Who placed them inside, and why were they left to rest in such a disturbing way? He was left in complete shock, unable to comprehend what he had just witnessed. This video was uploaded to Rock Country Outdoors. These guys went hiking deep in the mountains when something caught their eye, and what they saw left them completely shocked. Standing at the edge of a cliff, they noticed something unnatural carved into the rock face. Hidden in the shadows was a cage, built into the mountain itself, stretching deep inside like some kind of prison.
Oh, it's dark in there. Spooky. And these handprints right here. Holy smokes. Look at that. Alright, we got light, so... Oh, there we go. That is deep. Crazy cool though.
The sight raised terrifying questions. How was it even possible to construct something like that in such a remote place? And more importantly, who built it and what was it used for? The silence of the mountain only made the discovery more disturbing, as if the cage still held the echoes of whatever had once been trapped inside. This investigation was shared by EWU Crew on YouTube. This is the haunting case of Warren Haggard, who vanished in 2014 after leaving home in his blue Honda Civic. 10 years later, the desert still whispers his story. His abandoned car was discovered deep in Coyote Canyon, miles from civilization. Strangely, it was turned back toward the road, as if Warren had tried to escape but never made it out. The investigator later stumbled upon his remains, just fragments of bones, a shoe, and scattered clothing, all hidden in a remote canyon where no one had searched before. As investigators combed the site, they uncovered more bones and clothing fragments, each clue painting a chilling picture of Warren's final moments.
Up the creek, we started to notice bones scattered all over.
It's a bone right there. So we got a little bone right here. This is like a finger right here. I'm not going to touch any of this because you're not supposed to. When you find this stuff, you just got to let them know and they can come out and get it.
When we got even closer to where Warren was found, we noticed clothing fragments as well.
A whole bunch of more clothing right here. Bones and clothes all over this area. We got clothing over here. I don't know if it's picking it up.
Interestingly, when we checked the image history of Warren's exact location on Google Earth, we could not see him in any of the photos taken in 2015 or later. However, we did notice that the brush surrounding the area began growing rapidly after 2014.
Then came the most shocking discovery. His wallet, with his ID still inside, was buried beneath the brush. The question here is, what really happened to this man? Kuba Misteri shared this terrifying camp experience he had. Kuba set out to explore a forest whispered to be cursed, a place where villagers spoke of victims, strange cries, and ghostly figures. He pitched his tent, but from the start, an uneasy chill followed him. After settling down, a piercing sound shattered the silence like a woman crying.
Astag Farula Halazim. Did you hear that? Hello. It's like there's something inside, guys.
The voice grew closer, echoing through the bamboo trees. His camera shook as he begged whatever it was to reveal itself. Moments later, a white figure appeared, floating across the darkness before vanishing into the trees. He chased it, but it dissolved into thin air. He was scared as he was breathing heavily. Back inside his tent, the attacks worsened. As he was about to sleep, he heard a sudden movement around his tent. Something hit his tent, and he was scared. That was really terrifying. But what was disturbing his peaceful camp? On 31st August 2025, Dave Explores shared this video on his YouTube channel. In the Nevada desert, Dave set out to explore the long-forgotten old-timer mine. Along the way, he stumbled upon hidden operations no map had ever shown, rotting cabins, crumbling shafts, and roads that led only to dead ends. Climbing a brutal zigzag trail, he reached the Fillmore mine. What remained were eerie, collapsed tunnels and rusted machinery, as if time itself had sealed away its secrets. Further up, he discovered a cabin overtaken by trees, its roof caving, plants growing where families once lived. Every corner whispered of abandonment. Finally, Old-Timer Mine revealed itself, carved into the cliffside. Shafts plunged into darkness, unsafe signs nailed everywhere, and ruins that seemed ready to crumble at any second.
But we made it, and this was the bunkhouse, so I just gotta go quick and go inside. Not a whole lot. And then the second section, that's it. All right, so that's the bunkhouse and a couple other things, ore chutes.
At nearly 10,000 feet, surrounded by endless mines and silence, Dave realized this mountain was a graveyard of forgotten lives, an entire world lost to time. If you were the one, would you try going further, knowing there are mines,